Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. We can see the screen, but can you toggle back your video option?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
all good. So let me officially welcome you to the Red Team Security Summit 2020, sir. Audience, Mr. Saeid Atabaki is here to take a session on continuous red teaming quantitative metrics for security controls. The stage is all yours, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for the invitation and thanks for running this nice conference usually. Uh, Appreciate if you can mute. Okay, so I'm going to start the topic of continuous red teaming. And before that, I want to introduce myself. This is me, and I'm Red Team lead. I'm managing consultant, Red Team lead. I'm in the industry for a decade, more than 12 years. I do hacking from age of 9, like age of 9, programming and hacking from long time ago, and I am doing red teaming, full-time red teaming for last 6 years. I do have various certifications in the term of in the field of cybersecurity. Some of them very related, some of them they are helpful. From management side, CSSP, CISM, and then MBA as well. And from offensive side, I have obtained the offensive security exploitation expert and then crest attack specialist. I do defense as well, and then architectural review, and then solutioning the different products that has been, that I have implemented so far, which I think is very useful in conducting red team exercises. I think that all of you know about Red Team because the Red Team Summit. So I just want to very quickly talk about what is Red Team again. You know it, but once again, very quickly I go through it. So it comes from military. It's 100 years ago that this term was used in the military to test the defense capabilities of the systems and of the military actually. So that they use it to predict the movement of adversary by alternative analysis, and then to know what they can do if something happen, or if try to foresee what will happen in a specific scenario. These red team slowly come to cybersecurity, and that's what we are seeing now is we are testing the defense capabilities of the organizations, financial institution mostly by simulating attacks. But actually, red team is not only the a hacking exercise. It's actually the mindset. So the mindset of red teaming is the mindset that we want to challenge assumptions. That's what red team means. If I want to compare this to the red team and Panthers that so in the penetration testing, we only hack the technologies. We just try to penetrate into the technologies. It's objective based. Is a primary objective is to identify as many vulnerabilities. Is asset based, and is limited to assets, and is also known to all the stakeholders. It means that everybody knows from the target of the organization that there is a penetration testing going on. But opposite, the red team is very different, because in the red team exercise, nobody from the organization except the key stakeholders know there is exercise going on. The objective of the red team is to detect to enhance the defense and response of the organization, detection and response of organization. Is also goal oriented adversary simulation, means that we try to have a goal and then do it. And the other differences is it will try to let me open up the laser pointer. Yeah, so it will try to in addition to technology, it will try to hit the people and process as well. That's the very main differences. So if I want to give an example of the differences between the red team finding and the pen test finding. So in the pen test, we come up with such a finding that you have configured a server wrongly, or we have detected or we have exploited a SQL injection vulnerability in your systems, and that's going to be the finding of a pen test. But in a red team, yes, for sure we do have those findings that we have found, that we usually report in the pen test. But we actually try to go more to find the problems or weaknesses in people and process. So one example of the red team the finding can be the SOC analyst violated the incident response process. So this is nothing to do with the technology. It's a process, and there's a people. The people violated the process. So that's actually what it means from the what kind of, this is actually what the kind of finding that we report in the in the red team exercises. If you want to go a little bit more stage of red team, typically red team has 4 stages. It starts with briefing session, which this is the time that for the first time the red teamers meet the exercise control group, which is the same as the senior stakeholders of the target organization, to get approvals, to discuss about the plans, to see what to see what is their opinions about attacks, and then get the approval. And then they go back, they create the scenarios in the second stage of the exercise. They create the exercise, they do all the things, and they go back to the exercise control group to get approval for the scenarios that they created. Based on all these 2, if both of this is good, then they go to execution part. They start to do execution. That's going to be a long part. It's a field job actually. When the field job is done, the objectives accomplished, they go back to the to the senior exec holders. They do the presentation. They also do the final report. So basically, this is a stage of typical red team that we have now. And if you want to look at the attack phases, is a recon, then phishing, external attack. Yeah, for the sake of this presentation, I just leave the phishing, the external attack here, but there is some other entry points. Example, social engineering. Example, physical sector attacks or supply chain attacks. Those are also there, but for the sake of presentation, I just leave it there. Then so the attacker do recon, then do the phishing or external attack, then do enumeration. After enumeration, they do pre-escalation, then they do enumeration again, then they do lateral movement, they do enumeration again, they do exfiltration, and they do reporting. So you can see that these 9 stages that we do is long, is lengthy, and there are a lot of duplicates. And what's the problems? Okay, if you want to, based on what I just discussed, there are various problems associated with red team exercises, which is well known to many people. So it's expensive. So it's usually starting from 50K to 200 USD. So for for a known red team organization, for 2 red team vendor, and it's time-based limited, means that we do exercise 4 weeks minimum, 12 weeks maximum. More than that, the client's not paying. Less than 4 weeks is not worth to do usually. The report accuracy, there is a problem with the report, because regardless of who is doing the consult, who is better, whose knowledge is more. Let's say that I do exercise, I come up with some what he calls findings, and my colleague do it. He come up with some different findings, regardless of who's better. But the end of the day, the report accuracy is different because we have different reports. So this is another problem. I would say that it's a very big problem in the red team world. And the report usefulness, it's because the target currently the organization only able to know that based on the report if they can get hacked or they cannot get hacked. That's the only thing that they can learn from red team report. And there is no comparison because there are no metrics. There is no way to actually measure the red team report against each other, and there is no way to have a meaningful understanding or actionable understanding from the red team report, because it's totally just at the moment it's just saying that if this exercise has been completed, what objective has been done. That's the only thing about the red team report. So there is no metrics, not much useful. And then another thing is automation. Lack of automation in all the stages means that in a red team exercise, we don't have much automations because most of the things have to be done manually. So what is the solution? Because I talk about what is a red team, where it comes from, and then talk about the challenges that red team have, the stage of a red team. We go through all this. What is the problem and what is the solution to this problem? So I want to introduce Manticore. So it's a platform that try to mitigate the problems that we have at the moment, the issues that we have. It has so there's a platform. It comes with the different features. It's a command server coming, for the attackers. It's a system for the clients to see the report. It's a centralized server. Basically, the core feature of the Manticore is it do the automated target email enumerations. It do automated target infrastructure enumeration. It do automated spear phishing, and in AI-based recommendation engine and AI helper in reporting. Basically, all the phases that I have shown, before, it will try to solve those with the help of AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and try to automate it to make it more, feasible for clients to pay for it, to create a better, accuracy, and to enhance the speed of the exercises. So this is a core feature of the solution. That's the platform. This is a command server for operators. Yeah, so it has three components. One component of it is, the operator side. The operators can log into this, and then they do the hacking part. They send the phishing email. They get the result of that. They can do many things. It's actually full-featured, full capable, command server integrated with different platforms, so they can actually do all this thing together. So that's a consultant view that you are seeing. There is a client view that the clients can log into that, and the clients will be able to see, the response from the operator, which is automatically simplified to a manager format, and there is a central server. So these are the key things, the key three components that you are seeing now on the screen. So there is operator, multiple operator can log into each other. One of the key feature of the Manticore platform is you can have many operators. They all can connect to the same server, and they can communicate. They can hack together, and it looks like a game because that's how it looks like. So it looks like an online game that they can do things together and help each other with different tasks. They all connected to the server, and then the server is connected to the Manticore console. The console is the one that the clients are accessing usually. The clients can see from the console, which is a simplified format of the or visualized format of what the operators are doing, which is going to the server. So basically, this is the entire component of the Manticore platform. It is very good solution, I think, because it tries to solve the gaps that we have, to try to solve the problems that we have with using AI, with using machine learning, with enhancing speeds of the exercise and all the things that we discussed in the previous slides, right? And then if I wanna, I don't think I do have a time for a full demo of the solution. So for this purpose, I just put a couple of screenshots just to show how it looked like. So people launch the Manticore platform, they get the login form, they can log in, select the operation that they want to do, that example operation, whatever the name of operation, and they can log into that operation, do the task based on what has been assigned to them, and then they will see the panel. They can do execution. They can link the agents to each other. They can do everything that any other C2 can do with additional machine learning capabilities that is very unique to this. And also the recommendation engine. Example, the operator is stuck in some stages and he don't know what to do because he cannot do previous escalations. The Manticore AI engine will be able to enumerate the current system and to come up with some sort of recommendations that, okay, based on the knowledge that it has, these steps has not been done, so please do it. And if the step that the engine is recommending will be executed correctly, it can come up with the conclusion that, yeah, this is the one that if you do execute this sort of parameters or commands, you will be able to gain system. So this is based on the AI solutions. And then this is the panel that clients can see. So clients will not see those hacky things because they don't know what is that. But this is good for reporting. This is the actual reporting console. I would say that the Manticore reporting console that you can use to create reports in a simplified manager format and visualized format for the clients. So basically, these are the screenshots of the solutions. And if I want to tell you what stage of the of the attack chain Manticore try to automate at the moment, I'm trying to implement other stage as well. But the stage that you can see, which are highlighted in yellow, these are the stage that currently is being automated using machine learning. So it means that reconnaissance, spear phishing attacks is already automated. It means that we just need to write down the company name, and then it will try to dump all the email addresses of this, and it will try to phish all of them with the recent attacks that all comes from the databases and all sorts of things. So this fully automated spear phishing attack. And the enumeration as well, it will do it. The second enumeration after previous escalation, it will do everything that is there. So basically, you will try to automate most of the enumeration part and the reporting part as well. So it's all in one platform that can do all this job in one one solution. And if I want to talk about the stages, I would say the methodology, because of creating this platform gives the opportunity for a blue team to log into the platform to mark where they are detections. So now we can have two new phases in the methodology. So these two new phases that I'm calling them mapping analysis and red and blue collaborations. So previously, I just mentioned that any red team exercise had 4 phases. It was starting from briefing session, then threat scenarios, execution, and then it goes to reporting. The project debriefing, reporting is the last one. The 2 new phases is actually very helpful to the organization because they actually can see or can understand, where the weakness is based on, the current gap in the defense and response capabilities, right? And it also deliver more value, I think, more than this, because the blue teamers can, access the platform, and there will be accurate measurements for every attack or TTP that they execute in the platform, and then we can actually calculate the mean time to detect and mean time to response in the next slide I'm going to show. So these are the things that over these 2 phases gonna be, the benefit of these 2 new phases is that we can calculate the ratios, the important metrics. So they delivering the value, or I would say that key value propositions, right? In terms of key value propositions, let's compare the traditional and modern approach of the red team. Because in a traditional approach, we don't come up with the TTP list, and we don't come up with which TTP has been successful and then keep track of TTPs that has been executed. But with the help of Manticore platform, we will be able to see the attack, the micro attack framework kind of reporting at the end, that it shows that yes, you execute this particular TTP, example, initial recon speech phishing attachment, and it was not successful, but you do, I'm saying a speech phishing link was not successful, but you have done a speech phishing attachment which was successful based on the knowledge of the product itself, right? Or execution. Install util TTP was not successful. LSAT try was successful. Sign proxy execution, it was successful too. So this is the new thing that it will deliver. But why is important? Why we need to have such detailed TTP metrics for every exercise? The reason is because, so keep that one there. I just want to tell something, then I say that why we need to have that, right? So let's just talk about the typical security controls in any organization. Every organization have a next-gen antivirus, host-based IPS, patch management, all those things. These are all the endpoint, detections, and these are all the server or I would say network detections, right? So the Manticore tried to map the TTPs to the products that we are having. So the product that we have is this, and then the TTP that is the one. So it will try to actually map all these things together to come up with this. So anti-spam, sandbox, initial recon is there. is that it working that level means that if we could do successfully initial recon, then it means that anti-spam or sandbox solution is not working or is not good. That's the reason, or that's that's a related product to it. Or if we could successfully do execution, privilege escalation, defense evasions, it means that there are few key products in that area that were not working properly. Okay, one of them is example next generation antivirus or EDR platform or host-based IPS specifically for privilege escalations. So because privilege escalation usually is signature based, so if there is such exploit that we do and host-based IPS is not catching it, then that's gonna be one of the the product that is misconfigured or does not exist. There was control patch management because we did privilege escalation and using the whatever exploit that exists. So when we use this and it worked, it means that the patch management probably system was a patch if we use a vulnerability that can be patched, right? And all these things. So with the help of Manticore platform, we can map all these things together and then see if we can actually find something out of it in terms of product view, and then see what we can do with it. Okay, because in this way we can come up with a conclusion that yes, IPS is not working properly, not misconfigured. Let's change it. Let's upgrade it. Let's reconfigure it. Let's do a test on it. So that's a good thing that that the measurements that the Manticore platform is bringing. This is a new thing. It's a new thing that I would say that in a modern approach that the Manticore platform is bringing is this. And other things is the time to detect, time to response of organization. Okay, let me define the time to detect, time to response. Right? Time to detect in an organization means that the time that it takes for the SOC analyst in an organization to actually pick up the event from the scene and say that this is a malicious activity. That's called time to detect. The time that he created the ticket inside the ticketing system in a SOC is the time that we call it. This is exactly the time to detect. Okay, if I execute the attack 1 p.m., of course the product's gonna log the same attack at 1 p.m. It doesn't mean that 1 p.m. is time to detect. Time to attack is 1 p.m., but after a few hours later, the SOC analysts pick up this attack from the systems and create a ticket for it and start to do investigation. The time that they started the investigation, the time that they start to create the ticket, that's called time to detect. Okay, and time to response means that from the time that they started the investigation until the time that they actually properly clean up the victim machine, the compromised machine, return to the user, the time that the user is ready for user to collect back the machine, let's say the laptop, that's going to be time to response. So usually time to response is way more than time to detect, right? So with the help of Manticore platform, we can actually come up with this chart that you can see. This is coming from the Manticore console, okay? So from the Manticore console, we can see that, yeah, how many credential dumping TTP has been executed? We can say that is 2 examples, okay? How many schedule transfer TTP executed 2. Service executed, it was 1, but the only one that executed was detected by the SOC analyst, by the security product analyst. They found it. New service was 1. Process injection, you can see that we executed 6. 5 of them was successful. 1 of them was detected. Right. Based on the detection time of each of the TTP, the average of those, divided by the number of total TTP is gonna be this number. That's called time to detect, and that's a very important thing for organization, because organization, by knowing this number, they can plan their roadmaps, they can plan what they want to do, they can plan the investments, they will know where they need to invest more, where they are investing a lot but is not useful. It's very important, right? So that's gonna be this one, and then based on the same kind of information, we come up with a mean time response as well, like how long it takes for, in average, for organization to respond to attack completely. So it's like much longer, 50 days. So it's very high, right? So this is the second key value of the I would say that the Manticore platform. And I think that it's very important for every organization to know their values, the numbers for these two, okay, especially these two, to be able to know where they are standing. And the last, I would say, the key value proposition of the, okay, this is the same picture, is much bigger now. You can see that how many is exactly, input capture, the numbers, and all sorts of things, access token manipulations. So this picture can be much larger, but for the sake of slides, I just make it smaller, and the number is like 1 or 2. But in fact, previous exercise that I use a platform to do, it was like 1,000 exam process injections, and it was 500 new services, because every time we want to do some persistence, we create new services, right? So it was much larger numbers, right? And there were a few hundred detections as well, which is good for the organization. Okay, so that's all about this. And the last one I would say is the comparing red team exercises. I think this is also very, important thing, because when we do have a metrics, then now we can compare. Because before we didn't have metrics, we execute a red team exercise, we come up with the conclusion that, okay, my company executed a red team exercise, we successfully completed the objective 2020. Other company have done similar thing in 2019. They have not done the they have not completed the objectives, or they could not successfully execute the exercise. But what's the point of because we are different people. It's not apple to apple comparison. Okay, so apple to apple comparison is only the time that we know the metrics, and we use the same metrics, or I would say the numbers, to compare against each other, right? So by having this platform, we can actually create a full view of multiple years and then quarters that red team exercise has been executed, and compare each against each. So in this example, you will see that in the year 2019 Q1, the time to detect was 27 days. About that time to the response was about 52 days. But the organization, the response, they work hard on the response, but unfortunately, because a new attacks comes, but their detection capabilities did not improve much, so they go worse, because the time to detect was going high, is even more than the 28 days, it becomes 24 days, right? So it's going high, but they know what is the problem, because we told them the problem. So they work on the response capabilities, and they are trying to, you can see, as you can see in the chart, they are trying to, reduce the time until it becomes, less than 10 days, less than 11 days, 12 days, right? So this is a good thing about it. But you can see that the time to detect increase, and then they know what to do, because they have some configuration problems. They fix it. The time to detect is going slightly lower and lower and lower until it becomes less than a day. So basically, this is all about the Manticore platform and what it does and the idea behind it. Okay, so I am done with the slides, and I think it's 27 minutes, which is good enough for QAs if there is any questions. And I'm planning to release the software by Q1 of 2021 to the people, and then it's gonna be a SaaS platform, means that software as a service. So you can download it and you can execute the task there using whatever way you want, and then generate reports using the AI engine. And it comes with the what they call the recommendation system. And this is all about it. If you want to know when the application is going to be released, you can scan the QR code, go to the manticore.ai, and then, or you can go to manticore.ai or scan the QR code that you can see over there. You will be, then you need to enter your email address, and then when the software is ready to download, you can actually, you will get an email that this is available for download. You can just go to the website and download it. So it's gonna be, from now, it's gonna be another 3 months that I think that I need time to complete some other development on it, and then it's gonna be ready. So cool. So it's sharp 29 minutes. So I think that we have about 1 minute to 2 minutes for QA, or any questions that you have, please go ahead and ask, and I'll be happy to answer. Alternatively, you can follow me on LinkedIn or add me on LinkedIn. You can follow me on Twitter. And yeah, if you have any ideas, if you have any requests about the system, or you want it to be better, or you have a request in your organization that you want the software to be like that, please let me know. I'll be happy to incorporate or listen to your requests and incorporate or develop them if that's possible. So any questions? If there's any questions, please, I think you can write it in the panel in the right section of the page. I mean, for me, it's right. I'm not sure it's right for you too, but okay, I'll wait another 30 seconds, and if there is no questions, then we can end this presentation. And thank you for attending the session. I hope that you like it.
So I think there are a few questions in the Q&A. No, it's they just asked for the presentation.
You mean the slides?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I think I can send the PDF out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we will communicate accordingly with the audience.
Yeah, sure. I think I can release the deck, the slides in the PDF.
Sure,
Uh,
sir.
if there is any needs to look into it again. Yeah.
Anything else, audience? Do you have any questions for Syed, sir? All right then. Okay, I guess no more questions. Uh, Anyway, sir, we would like to extend our thanks from Red Team Hacker Academy for giving out your time, coming here, and having this informative session. Thank you so much, sir, and also thanks from all our audience to you as well. Thank you,
So,
sir.
thank you very much. Thanks for organizing, and yeah, it is a good event. Thank you. Keep it going. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Audience, so we have a little session over here. So if any one of you would like to give a feedback, like a live feedback, you could raise your hand. I will pick you out. You could come over to the live session and maybe talk a few words about the conference. So I guess you can hear me. So please raise your hands. I will invite you over to the live stage. Okay, I'm sorry, I was talking on the mute. So what I was saying was, guys, we have this live feedback session. So some of you, if you would like to come, you can come on live and talk a few words about the conference. So if you guys would like to talk about our conference, please raise your hand. I will invite you over to the live stage, and you can come and maybe talk a few lines about how was your experience over the Red Team Security Summit 2020 conference. So, and also let me know if you could find the option for raise hand. So you could just put it down in the discuss tab. Anyone? Just a few words, guys. How was your experience? Maybe how did you feel? So, how was the sessions? Maybe not about this session particularly. You can just talk any general words. Hello, am I audible? Can you hear me? Anyone, guys? So it's just an opportunity. The session is also going live, so this will be retelecasted. So just as okay, I have one hand raised. All right, let me invite Sridhar Sharma. So I've sent you an invite. Please accept that, Sridhar. Did you get the invite, Sridhar? You can put it down in the discuss tab. So I've sent you an invite. You can just click on accept and
Hi, Dimakar. Sridhar this side.
hey, Sridhar. So, very good evening to you. I believe it's evening, yeah. So, you could just maybe talk a few lines about this conference, the overall experience to you. How did you feel? How was the sessions?
I guess this is the first time I'm attending this conference, and it has been a very informative conference, and the number of workshops that have been conducted, and the kind of details and the walkthroughs that were done during workshops. That was really helpful for an information security professional, and the conference for yesterday and today, it has also been great. And the kind of content that we have in Red Team Summit is really awesome, just awesome. So I've attended one more workshop in earlier from Arun Mane on car hacking, and again, it was really wonderful to see him again for today's workshop. And I'll say I'll keep on coming to this workshop and summit again and again, and I'll request others, all the security community, to attend this conference and as a community, help each other to grow further. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridhar. Thank you. That was a really nice, experience shared from you. And yes, we will be conducting this. So yes, there were pre-conference workshops. Thank you so much for sharing your words. Thank you, Sridhar.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else, guys? If you'd like to, you can just raise your hand. So, as you saw, like maybe like speak a couple of words. So it's anything, guys. So you can just talk out your experience about the workshops, as Sridhar told. So he had a really nice time with the workshops. There were pre-conference workshops held, and he liked that. And maybe you guys, some of you would have also attended the pre-conference workshops as well. So if you would like to talk about that or the conference, anything, it is up to you guys. So let me give maybe another 5 more minutes. So yeah, I have one more hand raised. Okay, Sudhir. Okay, Sudhir Sinai. So I've just sent you the invite, Sudhir. So you would get a pop-up. Please accept that. Hello, Sudhir. I hope you're doing good. You're not audible, Sudhir. Can you check your mic? Not yet audible, Sudhir. We are not able to hear you. So there is a troubleshoot option on the right hand side above next to your profile icon. You can right corner. So you can just click on that and see if you have like if it is working your mic or not. Yes, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's audible, Sudhir.
Yeah, fine. Uh, Fine. Good evening, and hats off to Red Hat team. I mean, Red Team. It
Thank you,
really,
sir.
it's really a session. Actually, I was not knowing about the Red Team Academy earlier. I'm actually a security researcher. I'm,
Yes.
uh, I was searching through the internet for some good kind of a meeting or workshops or kind of stuff. Accidentally, I came across that. I never expected that it would be conducted in such a good scale and larger spectrum. And we got speakers from all over the world, and it was quite informative. As well as I have to give big thanks to the workshop also. The workshops was very conducted in a very neat manner, and even though it was 4 hours continuously without any glitches, it was conducted very efficiently, as well as a big applause to the Red Team administration, because managing the floor and online conference, conducting the real conference is really, really difficult. I know that because I myself is a professor. I have conducted various conferences. I am recently into the security research too. So I know the difficulty in that. So in that perspective, I really congratulate the team, and I
Thank
hope
you.
look forward for many other summits like this. Thank you very much. It's really great.
Thank you, Sudhir. Yeah, it was the first time for us to conduct it virtually as well, and we hope that it all went good and all the audience liked it as well. So previously we had like live sessions, so this time we got it up virtually, and we had delegates from out of country as well, and that helped out our audience and the speakers, to connect better and get more sessions, more information. So I hope you guys also liked it well. Thank you, Sudhir. Thank you for your words.
Thank you very much. Mm.
Anyone else, guys? If you can give like a couple more minutes, so you could talk about anything like the as Sudhir mentioned, or maybe you could also give us some feedbacks. Yes, we tried our best to conduct it virtually, but yes, there might be some ups and downs here and there. We tried to manage as much as possible, and I hope that we got you all the information. Okay, we got you all the information that we have to give you. So yes, there is one more hand raises. Okay, let me just. Arjun AR Kaya. So I've sent you an invite, Arjun. You can accept that. Arjun, I've sent you a invite. Do you see a pop-up? So you will get a pop-up. Please accept that. I am awaiting your response. In case if you're finding trouble with the pop-up, please let me know over the discuss tab so that I can again send you you know, the request. Okay, I've been sending. Okay, Arjun. Okay, I guess. All right, I guess we have a question from Arjun here. I guess Arjun or no, the okay. There is a question. Can we watch the conference if in case missed a few sessions? Sure, absolutely. We will retelecast it after a while. So we will send the links to all the registered audience, and you can always watch it from there. So there is no problem about that. So we will help you out however possible from our end. Any more hand raises? Maybe a couple more feedbacks. Anyone else? Anything. So as I was telling, you could also give us some feedbacks. Okay, I can see. Okay, Jiva. So I see a request from Jiva. Jiva, I've sent you a request. You can respond to that. So I am awaiting your response, Jiva. So I have sent the request. Maybe one more feedback, and then we could wind up this. Anyone would like to? So it could be about anything, guys. Anything. So you could recommend us maybe from next time. You could also have this. Okay, we have Jiva with us. Let me see. Jiva, your camera. Okay, did you get disconnected? All right. We have Srihari NS. Let me invite him. So I have sent a request. Srihari, you could find the request. So just accept it, and anyone else, guys? Maybe one more feedback, and we could wind up the session. And if you're not getting the the invite, please let me know in the discuss tab, and I will try to help you out with that. Please upload conference videos in YouTube. It will be very helpful. Yes, I'm not so sure whether we're going to upload it, but we will retelecast it wherever possible, and we will share you the information. So do not worry about that. One more feedback, anyone? Okay, I have one more hand raise. Okay, Jiva has again sent. Okay, I've sent you the request, Jiva. Please accept the request and you will come here to the live stage. Okay, he got his hand down. Anyone else? Maybe one more feedback? Could anyone else like to give a feedback, guys? Maybe one more. We're just trying to improve ourselves. So this is the first time we're conducting the event virtually. So maybe if we could get positive reinforcement over the like what better we could have done, we will try to implement it next time. So maybe we could also conduct live as well as online event next time. So we will take all your feedbacks. So please feel free to come up with anything, and you could just let us know. Okay. All right then. Okay, guys. So, all right. Okay, maybe. Okay then. Let me just see what else session do we have. Okay, so we have shortly starting award ceremony of workshop winners. So we had the Q&A sessions as well as the live Instagram and the social medias tagging session. We had the people who won the contest, right? So we are gonna give away the awards, and we will announce the winners over there. So please join them. So you could go to the floor on the left hand side, and if you scroll to your way you're down, after the booths you will find award ceremony workshops. Please join that at 6 p.m. and followed by we have other events as well. So the other sessions will start off in 42 minutes. So we have why do I believe hacking is a modern day magic, and our red team project launch. Please try to join to those as well, guys. So one last time asking, guys, if anyone would like to give a feedback, please feel free to raise your hand, or we can wind up the session in another minute. And yes, guys, so we are doing a red team project release or a project launch. today in 42 minutes. So please feel free to join. So we are going to discuss about a very new tool developed by the Red Team Hacker Academy. So maybe it would be useful to you. Please feel free to join, guys. And 6 p.m. You can join to the award ceremony as well. So in the award ceremony, we will be announcing all the winners of the workshop, the Q&A session, the online tagging session, everything. All the winners will be announced, and accordingly, the prizes or the surprise gifts will be given as well. Okay, so if no more hand raises, then we can conclude the session. And I would like to thank Sridhar and Sudhir. Thank you so much for your valuable time and your feedback. Thank you so much. Guys, okay, so I just got an update that since we have more time for the award ceremony to start, so it will be starting at 6 p.m., right? So we've still got like 10 more minutes. So if you guys would like to give some feedbacks or like would like to come here and talk about something, please feel free to do so, guys. So do not worry, you could talk about anything. So up to you. Would anyone like to give a feedback to us? So let's wait for another 2-3 minutes. So let's check that out. Yes, guys, back to you. Anyone? And yes, thank you, Sridhar and Sudhir, once again. So thank you for your feedback. So it was a wonderful feedback, positive reinforcement from you guys. So from next time, we would like to, if possible, we will try to conduct live as well as online. Maybe if we could bring in that way, we could bring in like more foreign delegates to the stage and get you some more informative sessions. So if anything like this, if you'd like, guys, want to let us know, please let us know. You could just raise your hand up and I will try to invite you to the stage. All right, then, audience. So 6 p.m. we have a award ceremony, and followed by we have the sessions. So we have a project launched by the Red Team Hacker Academy. So you could find that out in the events as Red Team project launch. Also, we have other sessions. So we have one. Why do I believe hacking is a modern day magic, as well as from the WIGS Industrial Control System ICS Security, past, present, and future. So the ICS is going to start in 1 hour 7 minutes. The other two are going to start in 37 more minutes. So please attend those, guys. So also 6 p.m. sharp. In another 7 more minutes, we have the award ceremony. So please join there, and you can get to know who are the winners, who are the apart from the Q&A session, who are the lucky winners, and the surprise gifts that you're going to receive. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being so cooperative, patient, and also being so initiating the question Q&A sessions. Thank you for all your support. Thank you.